There comes a time when you know you've reached the end of the road. You've tried to see the positives in where you are. You've tried to make it work. Maybe you've even held on to hope that things would change, but that hope faded with the setting sun. And deep down, you know, it's time to let go. That was me back in May when I resigned from my last corporate job. Every morning I woke up dreading the idea of going into the office. And when I was there, I didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel like I was living my calling. And maybe the biggest sign of all, I didn't feel valued. That's when I knew it was time. Time to pave a new road. Time to live a life with intention and purpose. At first, it felt like freedom. An open expanse of days stretched out before me, mine to do as I pleased. And that was both liberating and terrifying, because I knew exactly what I wanted, to write. And as foolish as it sounds now, I thought it could somehow make up for all the writing I had missed while chained to my job. But here's what I hadn't accounted for: recovery. Years of fatigue and long hours had left my body and mind broken. And when you've pushed yourself too far, your body will eventually tell you, enough, rest, even if it's against your will. It took nearly 3 weeks before I had the energy to sit down and say, okay, I'm ready to write again. Ready to pick up the book I had shelved, ready to step fully back into who I was, a writer. So I started, and at first, progress was slow. Why? Because I had lost my ability to focus deeply. It's not that I did nothing. In June, I joined a 30-day Creative Momentum Challenge, showing up daily with other creators for virtual co-working sessions. That gave me the push I needed, and I finished the first draft of that book. I even rewrote a novel and started another. But here's the truth. Even when you're making progress, it's still hard to demand more of yourself. Hard to slay old habits that hold you back. And before you realize it, distractions have taken control. Maybe it's a TV show playing in the background while you work. Maybe it's the lure of a new idea pulling you away from the project in front of you. Or maybe it's the constant ding of notifications you can't resist. That's exactly what happened to me. And it wasn't that I didn't want to focus. It's that I had trained myself not to. I had lost the muscle of deep work. Cal Newport, in his book Deep Work, writes, "To produce at your peak level, you need to work for extended periods with full concentration on a single task free from distraction." Think about that. Peak performance doesn't come from juggling 5 things at once. It doesn't come from constantly checking your phone. It comes from distraction-free focus on what matters most. So over the past few weeks, I've been making changes. Less time streaming shows I've already seen. No more dropping everything to reply the second a message comes in. Notifications off, phone out of reach, because every wasted moment is time stolen from the work that matters. For me, that's writing, training, producing videos, and creating the life I want. Now take a moment and think, what is it for you? And here's the other lesson I've had to learn. Give yourself grace. Yes, grace. Because life isn't perfect. Some things will take longer than you expect. Some days you won't have the energy to give your best, and that's okay. Just don't let grace become an excuse. Don't let it stop you from doing what matters most. As Greg McKeown writes in his book, Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less, it's about living by design, not by default. So here's my challenge to you and myself. focus deeply. When you write, focus only on writing. When you train, focus only on training. When you read, focus only on the words in front of you. Block out the noise. Block out the distraction. Because when you focus deeply on what matters most, you don't just reclaim your productivity, you reclaim your power. Start today and reclaim your power.